Welcome everyone. Here we go. Welcome to our Accelerator Advance. I think what I wanted to do today is review Prophet Manuel Johnson's word last week. I think it was last week or 5 days ago, Wednesday. I'm trying to go backwards now. Let's see here. Welcome, Lori. Welcome, Kathy, Yvette, Anto. Oops. Just making sure here. John, Mark, Amerindia, Rita, Humberto, Jesse, Lori, welcome. Let me see here. So 5 days ago, today's Wednesday the 13th. So I guess that word was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On Saturday, I was on the 8th. So that was on the 8th. Welcome, Humberto. I'm seeing you all. And I want to review that, but a few things. Let's just make a few announcements. We are public, so I want to share that to you all. Somewhere in this link is a link to our Kingdom Crypto newsletters. But I felt like I wanted to show my classes publicly because what's happening in the crypto space. Hey, Humberto. So I'm excited. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Jim Rocks. So let's get to it. Let's see what's happening in the space. Let's see what's happening in the space. Let's go. What is happening in the space? I think we've been trying to break the 73,000 K barrier, right? We're just jumping in there at 73,000. But guys, I really feel in my bones that we're gonna hit $100,000 anytime now. That's why I wanted to review Manuel Johnson's word last week, 5 days ago, March 7th. You guys, post in the chat a one, um, a one right now. So Kathy, I saw your PM. Just in this season, in preparation for the crypto wave, then I guess it's kind of like a preview of this month, and then we're gonna close it after this, Kathy. So that's the whole idea. I felt like I'm just testing out something where it is public. And obviously, you guys paid for this. Uh, and you guys get to ask questions, but this is where I felt like we're just opening it up publicly. Obviously, you guys paid for this, and then you guys can answer questions, but eventually we'll close this with what's just happening now. We're testing this whole taste and see kind of model so they can see what we're doing in the advance. But after this month, well, we're not going to do publicly. Does that make sense, Kathy? Kind of, yeah. So not forever. This is not forever. That's no point. Or then what's the point of a membership if we're only doing that? But this is so they know what's happening in this space. Okay, so let's go here. This one was post one. If you've seen this broadcast by Manuel Johnson on, I think this was on March 7th, 2024. It was pretty short. It was only 8 minutes. I'm not gonna play all of it. Actually, I might, but there's a piece here where he says enough is enough. Actually, there's the transcript. There you go. That's the fastest way. I like watching it, so I just go, okay, what did he say 100? Right there. So right there, right, you can read it. 60, this is what I wanted to review. 60 to 70, and then it's kind of stagnant. Okay. So all of a sudden it went to a whopping $100,000. So that's what I want to cover today. Okay, so once again, Prophet Manuel Johnson's been on a record. I was amazing as I saw his video with Prophet Kirshen, and he's been training this he's been using this gift for 20 years. So that's amazing. He's been sharpening this gift for 20 years. And it's amazing because he prayed for my wife, Asmina, and now she's getting dreams. We're sharing you some. We're sharing you some. So exciting what's happening in that space. But this word here, we have to be ready, right? So this is where 60 to 70,000, maybe let's play it. Okay, he's talking about, I mean, we could see bits and pieces of it. He's talking about an update, March 7th, behind the scenes, vision. He's talking about Bitcoin. I'm summarizing for you all. Obviously, head in the tail. He saw XRP. It's been a while. XRP was low for a while. And that's what I saw. It was low for a while. And then as I was writing this down, I saw the window. It was like so low. Okay, now let's go for XRP directly. Okay, let's go to the XRP directly here. No, Lori, Asmina's dreams hasn't been posted. I tried to get it was really brief. It was brief. The full details wasn't there. It was just you saw red, you saw preparation. And I don't know if it was specific to us, but that preparation type of situation, right? So let me go to XRP. I know I've been asking her to get the full details. Let me see if I can message her again. Hi, Bob of the dream warning. So we've been archiving our dreams as well. So really cool. Literally every day, almost Asmina's having a dream. So guys, highly suggest steward it. I know I've been writing it. She had 2 dreams today. Really cool. That's really cool too. So we'll start sharing all of that. But here we go. Okay. I'm multitasking. I'm asking if she can send it to me right now. All right. So this word, wait here, XRP. Once again, XRP is a $10,000 coin. Why is XRP a $10,000 coin? Because if you look at XRP, the max supply is hundreds, thousands, millions, 100 billion. Okay, 100 billion. If you do the math, that's the max supply. No more than 100,000s, millions, billions, 100 billions XRP. And when you do the math, I mean, they already said there's 1 quadrillion money all around the world. What's 1 quadrillion? That's 1,000 trillion. That's a lot of money, but this is a $10,000 coin. And here's another kicker. People are losing their XRP, okay? You send that in an exchange without a tag or memo. Okay, so now Yasmin is sending it to me, and she said, prepare, don't know if it's for everyone, but have food and water for 3 months. So Prophet Robin had that already 2.5 years. It was really intense for her, right? Intense for her. She's writing more. So I'm just sharing a little bit of that. So I'm like all over the place. So let's go back here. So $10,000 coin. This already peaked. If you go coinmarketcap.com, there's a lot of good information here. You can see it already peaked at $3.84. So right here, I know you'll get back there, $3.84 divided by 0.6878. That's around 5.5x of your funds, which is really cool for it to hit that all-time high again. But it is designed as a $10,000 coin. But let's go back to Manuel Johnson's word. Window. Guys, post in the chat. Window opportunity and window opportunity. Window opportunity. Okay. So here it says, maybe I'll play it and then I'll go piece by piece. So that is I was talking about the wild transfer. Okay, let's go with the 109-minute mark. So that's we'll do an exact video review. 109. Okay, here we go. Am I sharing the sound? Share sound. Okay, here we go. 109. Let's go.
Min was talking about the wealth transfer, talking about, just being the head, not the tail, just wanting to be the lender and not the borrower. I saw cryptocurrency. I saw XRP. It's been a while. XRP. And it was low for a while. And that's what I saw. It was low for a while. And then, as I was writing this down, I saw this window. I was like, why is it so low? And I heard the word window. And then I saw window of opportunity. It was like the night of the Exodus. Very powerful. The night of the Exodus. It was just a window. And then all of a sudden, was a certain increase in XRP cryptocurrencies, all that. It was just a sudden increase. So,
all right. So he said certain increase, and then he said certain increase, just keywords, right? Keywords that are popping out here. Certain increase, and then a sudden increase, right? Let's keep going. Certain increase, sudden increase. Let's keep going here.
Get ready, saints. Something that's going to take place with XRP.
All right. So right there, get ready, saints. Something is going to happen with XRP. So if you were to trace back Manuel Johnson's words, one was the ETF. He said getting it approved. That happened in a week. Okay. And then when he talked about Zion Oil and Gas, believe it or not, when he gave that word, I gave him a text. Literally, I mean, I can show it to him again, because it's in my message. And let's see here. It's so cool to have him. What an honor to be able to text Prophet Manuel Johnson and get a reply. That's so cool. But when he talked about Zion Oil and Gas, I sent him a screenshot. Um, where is it here? Okay, so he did. There you go. So I think that was December 15. This was really cool. Literally, let me share my screen. 18%. An 18% increase that I think he had it. I told him, what did I tell him? I told him Zion All Gas went up 20% after your broadcast, almost 20% after his broadcast. So I believe one of his broadcasts, he says the words are not years from now. It's not 6 months from now. I think he even said 4 months or less, 3 or 4 months or less. So, and then of course, I mean, I have all the track record of all the words that he's saying. So when he says this word of XRP, get ready, Saints, we have to be ready, right? So I want to flash some stuff here that I'm getting everyone ready. So Kingdom Crypto Foundations, we've covered a bit of that. Where what is that, right? We're high level. In this case, if it's XRP specifically, that XRP suggested to Kinesis. So now this strategy, he doesn't. That's just what's interesting. In when he talks, he doesn't tell people what to do specifically, which is that's fine. I mean, just get ready, Saints, and I believe the Lord's going to be telling people different sell points, different ways to cashing out. Whether you're going to cash it out for precious metals, real estate, business, churches, whatever. But as long as you have a plan, guys, post in the chat. I have to make sure I need a plan. I need a plan. I need a plan. So that's you should have a plan by now, what you're about to do, because it's suddenly, right? So if you don't know, um, that's not good. You should have a plan already. So for instance, on a side note, we said, hey, get some XLM, 2 XLM from Coinbase or wherever, send it to Kinesis Exchange, use that XLM and buy Kinesis Silver or Kinesis Gold, and then send it to your Kinesis software wallet. Notice I still didn't do the hardware wallet. I apologize. This is a very busy week for me this week, so I apologize. I am ready for Kinesis software. But now, when you have a plan, that's why I call this the fire evacuation plan. You want to execute it. We're discovering a lot of new things. So I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but such things as allow list, right? All of a sudden, when I'm going to call this out, when you're operating from personal kind of level is kind of like less than $10,000, right? Because when you go past $10,000, why does the bank all of a sudden um, label a bank, sorry, your personal bank, once you pass $10,000 or you're executing $10,000 withdrawals or wire transfer, there's a potential money laundering or kind of situation. Why? Because it's big amount. And in this case, once I believe same thing. I've seen this in Coinbase and various exchanges. Once you pass these $10,000 kind of transactions, expect to be treated this whole hold all these pieces. That's why you'll start seeing that. We started seeing this. That's why they allow this, or I think approved addresses. I think in the chat or in the Facebook group, someone asked, should we, I think it was Anto said, should we do this for all of our lists? Yes, because this is the scenario that can happen. You're trying to pull cryptos out, right? In this case, you're putting it in here, you're selling it, and you're trying to move it to Kinesis, and then all of a sudden, I've seen this, a 5-day hold. A 5-day hold. So what you're like, okay, or what's the point? If it's a 5-day hold, that's fine. It's gonna happen anyways. No, because now you have a 5-day hold of 10K, another 5 hold of 10K. Maybe you have an 80K 5-day hold on your Coinbase. Or then maybe now your Coinbase just blew up, and then now I think Laura experienced this, and some of you experienced this, where you have you're in Coinbase hold or suspension. Why? They're putting these things into place where they think you're getting hacked because all of a sudden, what's going on? All the withdrawals are coming, all the deposits are coming, big amounts. You're operating like a non-business level. So that's why I said I once again, I know I didn't do it myself, but I highly suggest look into making a business account, right? Or secondary account, business account for sure, because it's going to be such a big amount, and you don't want this headache of, oh, Erwin's been saying this. Now I'm on hold of 10K, 50K, 100K. You're operating like a business. That's not personal level anymore. And then now you're getting all this hold. So that's why what you want to test that. Okay. So that's the XRP piece. And then same thing, guys. Send out test on XRP. I think it's $10 in Coinbase or 15. Send it to Kinesis exchange, same thing. You're doing this at least 8 times. You don't be like, remember when you were, if you're in corporate job or in your school, this fire evacuation, when you're out there, you're like, hey, what do I do when there's fire? No, just be calm, collected. You have a plan, you know where to arrive, you're a fire warden or your fire leader, stuff like that. That's why we're doing this, and I'm being repetitive. But this word on XRP, be ready, right? So once again, people are going to say, when to pull out? I really feel it's getting there. Like the bird pangs are starting. I am going to base it in the Bitcoin price. I feel like it's around the 80K mark. I feel like it's a big breach of the old all-time high. The old all-time high was 69,000. We're above 4,000, that all-time high. I feel like I might even make that call soon. Like maybe this Friday. I'm like, I might. We'll see, right? I did say. Let me sheet my sheet here. Sheet. Sub points. I was playing around with the numbers. I feel like I like this numbers better, the 80, 100K, but then in this case, it's 82. So, but then that's what I said. If the first surge, the first Bitcoin surge, I'm talking about, right? You see here, extreme greed. This is a good indicator, 90, extreme grid. I'm going to show you some stuff to watch out for. There's another one. I think it's called Coinbase app ranking. That's another one. Coinbase. Actually, it should be before this. I don't like this one. But this one is, I saw another one that says if Coinbase app is the #1 app, this is a good time to pull out. I don't think we're going to wait for that one. So right now, I think it's rank 133, if I'm not mistaken. In finance app, it's rank 11 when it's the #1 rank in Apple Store or App Store. That's another good indicator. Obviously, this one here, the extreme greed. But this is where I feel like the first push up right now, I don't think it's the first push. I think I'm leaning towards more of this 82K level, even though this is the first one. This is very important because we're doing dress rehearsal. Now it's the real thing in preparation for the other 7 or 8. Okay, so now that includes XRP, right? So that means Bitcoin hits 82K. So now that I'm processing it with you guys, Manuel Johnson saying, hey, but XRP didn't go up, right? So in this case, what if XRP is like it just went 68 cents, maybe $1? Do we pull out? I will probably say yes. It's just for you to familiarize yourself and be ready. The real thing, right? So right now we're doing dress rehearsal. We're not even doing simulation. We're doing actually the real thing, small amounts. But then when we do the first surge, I don't know if that's 77 or 80. I think it's a big one, right? If you see here in trading, what they call this is like, right? You can see already the uptrend that's happening. You can see that. You can see it happening. If you see they've already breached this, what's called a resistance level. So they've reached this resistance level. This Friday, if we're still around the 73K, there's a good chance I might tell the whole community, hey guys, let's take our first few profits, getting ready for next week where it's the real thing, much more when it's like 85K, 90K, or even 100K type of level. Okay, so that's the first piece. Let's go back to Word. So like now that's the XRP. Okay, it didn't go away. So let's continue the XRP. Here we go.
And it held strong for many years.
Okay, held strong for many years. Make note of that. Held strong for many years. So XRP, held strong for many years. That's good. Here we go.
XRP didn't go away. There were many currencies that came
Okay, wait, this one's key.
and went, but the XRP was strong and it didn't go away.
Okay.
Wow.
So XRP weighed strong. There's many currencies that went away. So once again, I'm going to call it out. Cryptos is not a zero-sum game. It's not like there's only Facebook, right? Well, Facebook that dethroned Asian Avenue, Friendster, MySpace, all that stuff. I don't think Bitcoin is gonna overrule all of it all, or XRP gonna prove it all. I call it not the zero-sum game. Zero-sum game means if we play chess or checkers, there's only one winner, right? It's chess and checkers. Guys, post in the chat. Cryptos is a positive sum game. Positive sum game. That means there's multiple winners. I like using this illustration where in Japan, I love Japanese cars. They have Toyota, Honda. What else do they have there? Toyota, Honda. I forgot. All right. The Lexus, I think, all that stuff, Honda. And then there's the American cars. There's the Ford, Chrysler. Then there's the German cars. I think it's the BMWs, Mercedes. I don't know. And then there's the Italian cars. I believe cryptos is going to be the same. There's each continent or each country or each continent will have their favorite coins, right? I heard in the past, Africa loves Cardano, ADA, right? Obviously, Korea, South Korea likes Icon, ICX, stuff like that. And then XRP could be the one of the global winners, the top winners, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. That was the original top three. So I want to call that out. Doing this since 2014, the original top three was Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP was top three. And then Manuel Johnson did talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum being like the twin towers. I don't know if we're going to cover that. So with that being said, post in the chat, is it 82%? I keep saying this. Was it 82 or 92%? 92% of cryptos will fail. 92% crypto. So there's already statistics. I think it's going to increase. I think it's going to increase because more projects will increase a little bit. 92% of the cryptos will fail, and that's why the 8% covered by the profits. So if the profits are talking about Luna Classic, XRP, XLM, Shiba Inu, what else did I talked about it? Obviously, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they cover that. Obviously, whatever provides value, not just a copy, a knockoff. And then thirdly, um, that's not evil, right? I mean, obviously it's neutral in itself, but if it's outrightly evil, i.e., like a porn coin or a human trafficking coin or abortion coin, stuff like that, I mean, I don't think it's gonna last. Okay. All right, so let's continue with this word. That's the XRP, to be ready for that one. Okay. Any questions so far? You can raise up your Zoom hands, make this interactive. I know I have to try to cover as much as I can in the chat here. So I think so on Anto, what did we do with Coinbase Allow Listen Summit? Do we have to do it with others? Yes, I said that already, Anto. Some of them have it and some of them don't. So Gemini, I know I saw it, approve email address. So some of them have it and some of them don't. Okay. Some of them have it, some of them don't. All right, let's keep going with the word. Okay, here we go.
Wow. And then there was this new currency. At least it was new to me. I knew nothing about it. And the way the Lord showed me, it was these two towers, powerful two towers. It was like the twin towers back in the days in New York. It was two towers. The first tower, that's the way the Lord showed it to me. It was called, it was a cryptocurrency, but it was called Bitcoin, which I know about. It was strong and it was tall. And then it was another tower and it was rising up, just like the first tower, rising up. And it was almost the same, and if not stronger. And that tower, I heard the word ethereum, which
Okay, Ethereum. All right, I want to cover this one real quickly with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if you go to coinmarketcap.com, you can see an indicator here of Bitcoin dominance, which is 52% of all of the cryptos, and Ethereum dominance at 17%. Okay, so I think this is the Manuel Johnson is saying, I thought he mentioned Ethereum way back, but he's saying he doesn't know that much about Ethereum. I want to cover this real quickly. So for instance, if you click on the Bitcoin dominance, this is where you can tell Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance. This is when you can tell when it's altcoins obviously, so here's a very interesting figure, right? So the green is Ethereum. Okay, the green is Ethereum. Okay, bam. Check this out. Okay, Bitcoin at 38%, Ethereum at 31%, and all others at 30%. Okay, so this is very interesting. When Manuel Johnson gave that word, there's this term called the flippening, where Ethereum could be the number one coin and not be Bitcoin. So keep that in the back of your mind. There's this talks because obviously Ethereum has other properties that Bitcoin doesn't, but there's this term called the flippening. But this number here, this is interesting, 38, 38. They were trying to see if Ethereum can dethrone Bitcoin as the number one coin. So they were really close, 2017 type of situation. Obviously right now, so that's the Bitcoin dominance. Usually once you see Bitcoin, here's another freebie for you guys. Once you see Bitcoin less than 50%, it really signals an altcoin market, meaning altcoins are on the rise. Less than 50%, the other altcoins explodes up in price. Usually it's after when Bitcoin makes so much money and people are moving their Bitcoin money to the altcoins, to the top 10, top 50, top 100. I think it's a collapse time of that one. That's why I think we covered this last week, or I don't know if it was the accelerator, where will altcoins follow? Will it be another 2 or 3 weeks or another month? I think it's collapsed quicker than that one. It could be just a few days or even a few hours. So that's why we have to be ready for both. So that's the Bitcoin dominance. And I think it's the same chart. If you click on the Ethereum at 17%, yes, it's the same chart. So this Bitcoin and Ethereum points to the Bitcoin Ethereum dominance. You can see that the Ethereum is being tracked as the second best coin. It's funny. I believe XRP, right? You see how they don't even recognize XRP as the third best coin. This is where that's why it shines, and that's where the 10K mark, and that's where it's gonna be. It really, really shines. So, like, let's say it'll really, really shine. Okay, so that's the Twin Towers. He was describing. Let me keep going with the video. Okay, there we go. Any questions on that one? Any questions on the Bitcoin and the Ethereum, the flippening where Ethereum can potentially flip Bitcoin? Another thing I want to call out, Ethereum switch from proof of stake, meaning mining machines, sorry, proof of work, like Bitcoin mining machines to proof of stake. So I'm going to throw it out there. They said a lot of people are, the evil powers really took a lot of the Ethereum and they're staking and they have a control of it. That's why one of the reasons we started the Minus Billionaire and Training Group, because we're going to be snagging a lot of Ethereum. Once I had 2,000 Ethereum, I think I'm going to get that once all over again. I bought it $15 a piece. But one of the reasons why we're doing Millionaires, Billionaires and Training Group, I think we have Prophet Robin there now and General Simeon in there, is for this, so that Ethereum, we know what's happening there. We're staking it. We can do the voting. So I'm going to throw that out there where there's some sayings where they say, oh, all these evil people took over Ethereum. Hopefully I don't get banned in Facebook or YouTube, where now they have control of the Ethereum network. So that's an interesting play as well, right? Okay, Clifford, what exactly do you mean by a collapse? So Clifford, I'm not too sure. Did I say collapse? Did I say oh, so failing, right? Failing is that what you meant, Clifford? This is where um it'll fail because there's no value. It's just they're not operating as well, right? So I don't know if that's what you're referencing, or did Manuel Johnson say collapse? Let me see. We can look at that real quickly. So once again, guys, this is a cool feature. I mean, this is what I do. On a side note, I just look at the transcript. I don't think he said collapse. So did I say collapse? Hopefully, let me know, Clifford. All right. So let's continue. I thought that was what you said. What did I say? Sorry. And flippening, the flippening of Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't think I said the word collapse. I apologize if I'm not speaking clearly. All right, let's continue the video. Right. So let's do a quick recap. So far, we talked about XRP. Anytime now, there's a window, right? This is an advanced class. Do we wait for XRP to explode, right? Or do we reduce that 1/8 that we're going to pull out, maybe pull out 1/16 just to get an idea of all of that? So not yet, Michelle. Let me address that after. So this whole XRP, what you call that? So the XRP, first thing we talk about XRP, be ready. There's a window. So when they say there's a window, you can still top up XRP alongside. Remember, the suggested top list should be XRP, Shiba Inu, Luna Classic, and XLM. The top four should be around your list of that one. And then, of course, definitely Profit Robin's coins you should have. So right now, XRP with this word is not too late to top up to continue purchasing, right? I feel like obviously, Bitcoin and Ethereum is the lowest in my portfolio, where they're not going to have that much kind of gains compared to XRP. Okay, Michelle, back to that word about the. I'll address that later. But I did not. I did not, and I'm doing that purposely. I'm doing that purposely because I don't want him. Obviously, he won't mess up what he's hearing. Maybe I mentioned to him briefly, but I did not, and I don't want to because I want it to come from his mouth. Okay, but I'll get to that when we talk about the $100,000 price, Michelle. We'll talk about that when he said that. Okay. He said it won't go below 16. So Yvette, please send out the word, okay? So guys, let's go with this, the prophetic words. So number one, the prophetic words, number one is not for sure. Gonna call that out. Okay, i.e. Jonah. Jonah prophesied Nineveh is gonna be destroyed. Things can change. Okay, so we're gonna call that out. There's some guidelines of what we're hearing with these prophetic words. There's bits and pieces. They're not, this is gonna happen type of deal, right? This is where we have to prepare. Prophet Robin's been calling out, prepare, prepare, prepare. We're trying to figure out the timing, but they're not for sure, but it gives us a guideline of what's about to happen. Okay. There's like you give someone, I give someone, any of you guys, or you give me a prophetic word, but if I don't act on it in faith, if I don't pursue it, if I'm like, whatever, I keep parking it, it's not going to happen. Okay. So that's what I said with these, the 4,000, it's a guideline. The 16,000, it's a guideline. All of these guidelines, the 100,000, okay, he says it's going to hit 100,000. Manuel Johnson's a different case. It's a whole different case. So I do want to call out. I love Manuel Johnson. Remember, he did call out. If it was, I think, I don't know if it was 2021. He called 2022 $100,000 in Bitcoin, $70 XRP. Is he a false prophet? No, right? Could have that happened? It could have happened. Could it happen this time? Could this time $100,000 Bitcoin and XRP $70 happen? Could. But what I always teach, guys, post in the chat, plan for both. That's why a strategy that will both work for both days. That's why even the exit plan that we're doing, we're not going exactly 100K. We're even going as early as maybe 73, 75K this week or that 82K. Okay, let's continue. The word, we're at the 30-minute mark. Okay, let's go here.
It was ETHEREUM. That's what I saw. And so it was strong, almost as strong, if not stronger, than the Bitcoin power.
So almost as strong, if not stronger than the Bitcoin power. Notice the words. There is a potential of this term in the crypto world called the flippening, where Ethereum flips Bitcoin as Ethereum is the number one coin. But what does this say is when Bitcoin and Ethereum, thank you, Holy Spirit, not only, he's giving me revelation now, not only will Bitcoin push, more revelation, not only will Bitcoin push the crypto market, both Ethereum and XRP will push the crypto market. Guys, post in the chat. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP will pull the whole crypto market up, right? Not just the ETF, but amongst other stuff. Ethereum is a whole new world, guys. It's way beyond just Bitcoin and XRP. Ethereum, you're talking about NFTs, metaverse, you're talking about decentralized apps. I haven't had a chance to cover that. I'm talking about next generation apps, even the way it's roll on decentralization, decentralized social media, decentralized Facebook, decentralized everything. So thank you for that revelation, Holy Spirit. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP will pull off the crypto market up. And that's what I don't understand. Guys, I want to spend 30 seconds or 2 minutes on this. This is what I don't understand. People watching publicly or even in this chat, why we're not going all in. When I say all in, a focus on this. I'm not saying go all in foolishly. I was talking to a person, one of our members, and they said, I don't want to put my eggs in one basket. That is a true statement when you've already built the wealth. Okay? Remember, diversification protects the wealth. Post in the chat, focus and concentration grows the wealth. Focus and concentration grows the wealth. Diversification is when you don't want the risk. You're like, oh, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. So I'm going to go different asset class, different geographies, different industries. Guys, When you focus and concentrate to grow the wealth, that's good stewardship. Let's go. Ooh, I'm getting revelation now. The parable of the minas, the one who turned the mina from 1 to 10, focused and concentrated the most. Okay, I'm flowing now. I'm feeling it. When he focused and concentrated, he's grown to wealth. We don't know if he was wealthy or not already. All I know is the wealthier gets wealthier. And if I track all these billionaires, Mark Cuban, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, they are in a focus mode, right? Mr. Berkshire Hathaway guy, Mr. What's his name? The billionaire guy. I gotta get these guys. When they focus, they got the blinders on and they focus to grow it. They focus to grow it. There you go. Warren Buffett. Thank you, Christina. Warren Buffett focused like he's like, I'm focused on this AI stock. I'm gonna focus on this gold, silver. I'm gonna focus on Zion oil and gas. Guys, post in the chat. Focus and concentration is good stewardship. It's great stewardship. It's great stewardship. The risk is lessened or is null or is void when you focus and concentrate, right? If I'm going to go focus on being a farmer, which I love to be one day, all right? We have farmers in the community. When they focus and concentrate, there's little or minimal risk. I'm all in cryptos and there's minimal risk. What I want to talk about in 30 seconds to 2 minutes is in the Bible, the book of Revelations. This is it. One world currency, one world government, digital identity. Guys, even Jesus appearing and everyone's able to see it. This is it. Decentralization, artificial intelligence, Web3, augmented reality, robotics. We are here. And that's why I keep telling people, how come we don't see it? Like I use the analogy of Back to the Future 2, where Biff took the almanac and he's like, oh my gosh, I know all the games. Guys, we have the almanac, the book of Revelation. So let me use a real Bible, not Russell's book. The book of Revelation saying cryptos, blockchain technology, Web3, right here. Go backwards. This is it. Guys, post in the chat. Cryptos is here to stay. A lot of people get a double-minded man is unstable in his ways. And that's why I'm like, in and out, in and out. I believe that scripture where that whole you're neither hot nor cold, and God will spit you out of his mouth. It's multi-level. Yes, maybe it's salvation, but it's much more than that. It's like I'm in the kingdom, I'm out the kingdom. I'm gonna do cryptos, I'm not gonna do cryptos. I'm gonna do AI, I'm not gonna do AI. I'm gonna do entrepreneurship, not gonna do AI. I'm gonna do my car, I'm not doing. Guys, just go all in. When I say all in, the focus and concentrated and the blinders. And I get this for this season. I want to use the story of, was it Isaac? Yes, Isaac, when he sowed in a famine, automatically he said, okay, famine the whole world, go to Egypt. I think it's Nile River. Go back there. Proven strategy, proven framework. Just go back there. Go to precious metals. Go back to your job. Go back to your pastor. Go back to your hometown. Live in a silence, whatever that is. But then the God interrupted and say, hey, Isaac, go to Gerar for a season. I will show you what to do. Dig up the wells. Let me show you. And in the famine, he sowed and he reaped 100x. Guys, post in the chat. Sowing in the famine allows me to reap 100x. Sow in the famine, reap 100x. When you're focusing on this, I'm not saying be like me, hardcore cryptos. I'm just saying for a season, the Lord is telling you, I don't know if you guys are sensing it, cryptos right here for a season. Dig up the wells, the wealth transfer that's about to happen. I did more than the 30 seconds, 2 minutes. And I'm like, guys, it's all in the scripture. It's not like this is you full time, but I'm telling you, there will be blessings because this 2024 wave, I'm going to call it out, is a 4,800x multiplier. And I'm like it's just for season, like blinders on this, and will unlock so much for you and so much for people around you. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. All right. Here we go. Strong. Here we go.
It was low and then it just rose. And that was around for a long time.
Okay.
Stronger than the, and so it was strong, almost as strong, if not stronger, than the Bitcoin power. It was low and then it just rose. And that was around for.
So this is interesting now because I think I missed this with Ethereum. It rose. I mean, let's just look back the numbers. Okay, Ethereum, they did say there are some thoughts of Ethereum hitting 30,000, potentially even 120,000. Okay, so I'm like, when he said that, ooh, can Ethereum go 120K? Right? Can this dominance of Ethereum be the 30%? Right? So obviously this is going to double. Ethereum just has to double. Ethereum doubles, that's 8,000, but then Bitcoin doubling is 140,000, right? So 140. But like when he was saying rose, I'm like, hey, can Ethereum hit 120K and then Bitcoin at the 200, 300, 500,000? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so let's go back. So I'm just throwing that out there, where Ethereum could go massive as well, to the 30K mark. So 30K mark, let's do the math. Let's go 20K mark, 20,000 divided by 4,000, five times, and then let's go 30K. Ethereum going 7.5 times. That's not bad. I still say, as you can tell, Bitcoin at 1.4 trillion and Ethereum at 480 million. There's more room for XRP to grow because XRP, look at that, 37 million. Even if it takes the top three spot near Ethereum, or let's say even 102,000, that's already 3x. Where XRP will outpace Ethereum. Any of the coins will outpace the lower ones, will outpace the higher top ones because it's already matured and way, way bigger. Okay, so I wanted to highlight that. That's interesting. Let's keep going.
For a long time. It became
Was around for a long time. So it rose and was around for a long time. So let's go here.
rose, and so it was strong, almost as strong, if not stronger, than the Bitcoin power. It was low and then it just rose, and that was around for a long time.
Was around rose and around for a long time. Let's keep going.
It became strong, just like the Bitcoin tower. And then I saw Shiba. Shiba. It was not near the towers. It was among the other cryptocurrencies. Some came kind and some of the cryptocurrencies went bye-bye. Shiba stuck around. It went up, but not for long. I noticed that it wasn't as strong as the two tower currencies that I saw.
All right. So let's make note on this. When he says Shiba Inu doesn't go as high as Bitcoin Ethereum, notice Bitcoin 100,000, Ethereum maybe 8,000, maybe 20,000. Shiba Inu, okay, it's at 18 million. Sorry, 100,000 million billion, 18 billion market cap, and it's stuck around. Remember, everything's going to get pulled up. When these things go up, it will go up. The question is, will Shiba Inu be top 10? Obviously not top 3, or will stay around the top 11 mark. Okay, and he did say, it's not as high as the two towers. Okay, toggle timestamps. More than 3 minutes 58 mark. Cryptocurrency, some other cryptos went bye-bye. Shiba stuck around, but not for long. But it wasn't as strong. Okay, let me rewind that.
It wasn't as strong, but it did go up. And it did. Up. And many people had
right
as strong, but not for long. Shiba stuck around. It went up, but not for long. I noticed that it wasn't as strong as the two tower currencies that I saw. It wasn't as strong, but it did go up, and it did. And many people had truly benefited. It had reached the peak. That's what I saw.
So it had reached the peak. Make note of those words. Make note of this word. This is a 2024 word. 2024 words, because the other prophets are saying $1 Shiba and 1 cent Shiba, $1 Shiba. Let's keep going.
And then the Lord took me from that. And as he took me from that, other things took place.
Okay, so there's a shift on the scenes. Took me from that scenario to another thing's place.
I saw how God was showing me numbers on Bitcoin, 60,000, 70,000. And then it kind of stagnated. And then all of a sudden, it went into a whopping 100,000.
Okay, this is what I want to cover This was supposed to be the most. 67, 67, and then 100,000. Notice he doesn't even say 80 or 90, 100,000, right? So I want to call this out. There's a good chance we just went straight here. We're like, all right, guys, sell everything type of scenario. That's why this one, if we're still hovering on the 73K, the 75K mark, 73 by Friday, I'll probably make the call to pull 1/8 or 1/16 of all your cryptos, so you have an idea of a dress rehearsal of what you're about to do. Because when it hit a whopping 100,000, we're like, whoop, we're like, whoa, what do we do? Pull it all out, like start pulling it out. And that's why I might make that call. Okay, let's keep going.
Now, I was shown that before, but he allowed me to see it again. Wow. And then he says, enough. I heard the word, enough. And
okay, all right, this is key. Okay, pay attention to this one, guys. 100K enough. 100K enough. So this is where I bounced it off Prophet Robin. Okay, in the weekend, I bounced this off Prophet Robin. The next one is more than this. And when he said enough, I'm like, I mean, we saw this September, October, right? People are saying that $4,000 enough. $100,000 Bitcoin means more money for BlackRock. This doesn't make sense. More money to do more evil. All the evil people. Enough is enough. Why did he say enough at $100,000? Okay. I'm standing on to Asmina's word and what we're sensing of that crash of the $4,000. And I believe we're still on track, plus or minus 2 weeks, like a baby. Is it a baby? 2 weeks where, okay, Bitcoin is on its way to $4,000. Could be the tail end of March when we hit that $100,000. When he says enough is enough, enough is enough. That's the peak for this period. Okay. And then that's what I said when I bounced off Prophet Robin, he says around fall is the big one. Get everyone ready for that one. And that's what we're trying to do, an in-person event to really, really prepare people for that big one. Okay. So I want to call that out. And when I hear enough is enough, what does that mean? That means it's gonna go down. Guys, post in the chat. What comes up needs to come down. What comes up must come down. What comes up must come down. Right? That's the market cycle. This is the healthy market cycle, right? And then what will cause cryptos to go down? The 50-year jubilee, the showing everything that happened in the elections, the vaccines, all this stuff, the wars, all of this hell on earth, mini hell on earth, I believe will bring that price that low. And I don't know, maybe we're a little bit ahead of Manuel Johnson. And that's what Michelle, I'm not asking Manuel Johnson, just like the way Prophet Robin taught me this. He's like, don't tell Robin, don't tell me, don't tell me. And I'm not going to tell him because I want it to come out from his mouth. Let's see what he's going to say tonight in like 12 minutes. Let's see what's going to happen. So we have to understand this. Anything that comes up must come down. And post in the chat, guys. What comes down must come up, right? So if we hit that 4,000, it will go up. Just like stocks. When stocks go down, that needs to go up, right? What comes down must go up, right? The real estate. I want to go back to Prophet Robin's words. September, October, Prophet Robin gave a word. I should play that at the same time as this. I need to find it. She said, at the peak of cryptos, the signal to say that it's the peak is when the real estate does a flash crash of 50 to 90%. Where's Kathy? Kathy, is real estate I'm gonna ask Kathy. Sorry to putting you in the spot. Hey Kathy, you are now my designated real estate expert.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you sense real estate doing a flash crash of 50 to 90% anytime now or this month?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know they were just talking about real estate mortgage person that was talking. She said only 2% that are foreclosures because we're seeing more and more foreclosures. So could it be area specific versus nationwide? Always.
Yeah, let's take a vote here. So in Toronto, people are calling it a seller's market again. Obviously, because it's spring, real estate, they want to sell in spring because they want to move in summer. But in Toronto, one of the biggest markets, it's a seller's market right now. But I'm not saying, that's why I said plan for both. If the moment, Kathy, please, if you hear anything or anybody here, the moment we hear real estate is going crash, right? That's why I say this. I'm aligning this with Bo Pony's word, which is he says death of fiat, death of bonds, flash crash of real estate, 50 to 90%. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. And he called that summerish, August. Okay. So with that being said, let's keep this in back. That's why, okay, if enough is enough at 100,000, what does that 100,000 need to do? It has to go down. That's why I think Michelle and Emery is about to travel. Anybody that's planning to travel, be ready to cash out. Be ready to cash out because this is I call this as the dress rehearsal wave to the big one. Okay. Thank you, Kathy, as always. Okay.
You're welcome.
So with that being said, let's keep going. Here we go. Okay. I hear the word enough. That is so key. That is so key. This is amazing, right? And we plan for both. Is this 90 or will we hit 120, 133K spike, right? So let me tell you my plan for that one. I did say seven sell points. There is an 8 because I said 1-8, and that's the just in case it breaches the 100,000. So I will call that out. So let's say we all pull out 100. Erwin, are you gonna leave one more? Maybe one more just in case we hit. I don't know what that is, but I'm like, okay, we all sold the 100K, and all of a sudden it spikes to 1.5, 1.10. I'll be like, guys, pull everything out, pull everything out as that 8 one. Anything above 100K is the 8. Or let's say we're at 100 and then we're hovering 97, 100, 197. Guys, pull everything out. So that's my plan for that 8 sell point, which is above 100K, because it can happen. Plan for both. Okay. Let's keep going. Here we go. I think that's enough. Is there any more? I think that's it. Let me see. I think he's gonna talk about Taiwan.
And then I was taken to a different platform, and it was this year of 2024 again.
Oh yeah, let's do this.
And it was a setback. And I saw the Supreme Court made another announcement. And this happened, it looked like it was around May or June of this.
All right, let's make note. May or June. When things starts to unlock, this is what I was like, Lord, let's see what you're up to. May and June. Something's about to happen March, and now he's calling something about to happen May and June. Make note.
This year, the second setback, the second blow, a big announcement was made again from the Supreme Court, the highest Supreme Court of the land. And it upset those that had been troubling our nation. And so it was a huge win. I heard it on the mainstream media. This is a huge win for DT. That's what I heard. They actually used the full name, but I heard it a huge win. Wow. And then the Lord showed me, and I saw what looked to be oil coming out of the.
Right, let me stop on the DT comment. So what does this mean? What does this mean? So that's why if we're seeing, here's another scenario, $4,000 Bitcoin, what will cause it go up and to be trusted? Could it be DT favoring cryptos, whether as in place of leadership or not? But he's already starting his stance on Bitcoin. I think it's more favorable now. Will he make a statement that will propel Bitcoin to 4,000? Right. Let's keep going. I think I got like 7 minutes. Let's keep going. Go to some breakout rooms.
The ground. Out of the ground.
So make note of this one. So I'm trying to see, is this word most likely, is this related to the April, May, right? The way I noticed Manuel Johnson, he goes sequential. And is this at the same time to agree with what's happening to DT around May and June? I think, let me rewind it. May and June. I think he did say May and June. So I said May, June. Is this related to that? I believe so. I believe so. Okay, so then let's go with the Zion oil gas word. Might as well throw this out. By the way, Zion oil gas is like 6 cents. I mean, I've been saying that, but I'm like, I need to get some because it was already okay. Still 5 cents, and this already peaked at drum roll. Already peaked at $15. And if they struck oil, this is a nice. This is what happened to me in ICX icon. I bought it for less than a cent and it peaked at $15. That's a nice pull. I think I put like $40,000 of my profits into an ICO ICX at half a cent and went at $15. That's a potential scenario for Zion All Gas at 6 cents. And then if they struck oil, is it $15 or more? Probably be more. So definitely I want to highlight this. I know I don't do any stock stuff, but I'm gonna put some in this thing because it's so I know what's happening. Okay, all right, let's keep going. So once again, I believe this one is May and June. That's why I'm not topping it up, but will it start going up now, right? Or is this a good price at 6 cents? Okay, let's keep going.
Wow, it was like a gusher. You know, it was very symbolic. It was like a gusher. And in the gusher, it was, you know, I heard the words Zion again, Zion, 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 struck oil. And I heard it a second time, Zion, Zion, struck oil. And I spoke about this before, but the Lord showed it to me again. So it has been established. It's been established. And then I heard the words, and the Lord, then I'm taken. It was very quickly. And I heard the words again. And this was regarding a nation. I heard the words of Taiwan.
I'll cover this a little bit because this is related to the Hell on Earth wars. So the war in Taiwan, China, war in Russia and Ukraine, and the war obviously in Israel. And then, okay, let's go there.
Taiwan will not go under. I will spare Taiwan and use her also for my glory. Wow. So, and then the Lord, as it was lifting, God was still giving me. He says, tell my children. I heard the words, tell my children to prayer walk. The Lord is so serious about this. Tell my children to prayer walk and call those things out as though they were. Very strong.
Okay, so call this out more as they were. So this is key, right? So we're praying it out. Do we agree or disagree to this, right? So that type of scenario, obviously we should be praying. And Mina has been praying, walking, all that stuff.
Tell them I am going to establish many of my children. Get ready.
Okay, so this is key. I am going to establish many of my children, right? So I think it was like number 4 or signifies it's established, so that the Zion oil and gas again struck oil 1, 2, 3, 4, and then now it's established, and it's prophetic, not just with oil, and in this case establishing his children. Get ready.
These years and the years coming is going to be serious, a serious move of God on the body of Christ, that the gates of hell will not prevail against what God is doing. Wow. So America's not going anywhere.
Come on.
God has a plan for this nation and the nations around the world. Even though we see wars and we hear rumors of wars and earthquakes and pestilence, the Lord has said, do not fear.
Hey guys, there's no accident why Manuel Johnson saying these words. Make note. That kind of scenario will definitely drop cryptos very low.
Do not fear. I am on the throne, and I am the ruler of all things. And so I leave you with this. These are glory days. And the good news is that the bad news didn't work out. So I thank God. Get ready, because the harvest is already starting to come.
All right, so there you go. I'm going to stop the public broadcast for more of an intimate session with my advanced members. Thank you for people dialing in publicly. So I'm going to stop the broadcast. And there you go. And I'll still keep the recording.